Hello everyone and welcome to The Changeover. This is a show where we take different controversial or personal topics that we would like to discuss or debate and sit on a couch in a nice warm studio and argue. This is one of my most favorite things that we do. My name is Ira Miling and this is Kirby Bridges, and we are tennis professionals at essentialtennis.com, where it's our mission to provide passionate instruction to passionate tennis players all over the world, just like you guys. So today's topic is a very fun one, and I'm very excited to do this. Who is more mentally tough, Roger Federer or Novak Djokovic? And since this is one of Kirby's first few episodes, I'll defer to her because I have a feeling I know where she's going. I'm going to take Roger Federer. She's going to take Novak Djokovic.
It's a pretty good feeling.
And we're going to duke it out. So, Kirby, without further ado, James, 8 minutes on the clock, starting right meow.
Let's go. Okay, so Novak Djokovic is mentally tougher than Roger Federer. Okay, I can already see the wheels turning.
Go ahead.
So, you have to look at it this way.
Oh.
The guy has,
Go ahead.
The guy has, I want to look at it biographically. Look at his upbringing. He grew up in war-torn Serbia during economic crisis where there were bombs going off. And then you look at Roger Federer, on the other hand, who was born in Switzerland, and I wouldn't say that he had as much adversity in terms of war.
Well, you really can't say that because you don't know
but
their
that in itself
personal
is going to
upbringings.
make you a mentally tougher player. Except that Novak Djokovic has attributed his success to his parents and his upbringing,
Keeping him out of those type of situations.
Right. But it's not that you can't. When,
I mean, you look at pictures of Novak
happening
playing
in your
at a younger
neighborhood,
age, they're all like country clubs and nice clay courts. It's not like he was playing out in Compton like the Williams sisters.
I beg to differ. Serbia's a little bit different.
Okay, well, we'll have to double check the dates of those wars and bombs going off when Novak was. I actually know a person who I used to teach with who played with Novak. Novak was 15 and he was 18.
That's great. He's probably mentally tougher than Roger Federer too.
So that would be interesting to get his perspective. But I'm going to go with Roger Federer. I think that there is a certain amount of degree that when you're widely considered as one of the greatest players of all time, you always have that target on your back. Now, Novak is no doubt having a great year and probably right now the best player in the world. However, there's something to be said about when you're the best. If I would say over the past 10 years, and I would assume you'd probably agree with me, but Roger Federer is the golden standard of tennis players. Would you agree or disagree?
Absolutely.
Okay, so my argument is that when you are that guy, when you're the guy that everybody wants to beat, when you're the best, when you're at that level, you have a bigger target. And to be able to withstand that, I mean, you're talking, even though these players may not be as skilled as Roger Federer, you're talking about still having to go out and knowing that you're going to get your best day in and day out, every single round of every single tournament, that you're going to have to grind it out because nobody is going away.
Ira, that's an extremely valid argument, which is exactly why Novak Djokovic
which he's done over the past year.
Because he has the target on his back. Roger Federer is no longer the guy. I mean, it's all about bragging rights to you right now.
Okay.
And yeah, of course, the player wants to have a win over Roger Federer on the back end of his career, but Novak Djokovic is in the prime of his career. He's in the prime of his career,
but that
which
doesn't make any sense.
Puts the target even bigger.
That's
and
okay, because
he's number one in the world. And to top that off,
she stole my arguments. This is
This is completely valid.
So I would venture to guess, and I'm looking at Ian. Ian's standing right over there, and I would like his thumbs up or thumbs down. Go ahead, say hello. All right, so I would venture to guess that it would be more. What's the word I'm looking for? When you'd get a better feeling from a player that's grown up in the past 10 years when Roger Federer was the guy. I bet you right now you could ask any player that if they could have a win over one player currently in the ATP, that 90% of them would say that they would rather right now take a win and have that win over Roger Federer because he has been the golden child of the ATP for the past decade.
Yeah, but those guys are going to go after the #1 guy in the world with the same amount of intensity.
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that they would rather they know they're not as skilled as Novak Djokovic. Like, they know they're probably going to lose. But I'm saying that
in theory, they go after Roger Federer with the same mentality.
The other direction I would like to go is, we were talking about this earlier, and I believe it takes more mental fortitude when you're facing adversity in a match, when you're in a close match. What do you think about that?
Okay, here's my perspective on that. So specifically what we were talking about earlier, just to clue you guys in, is that...
No, we don't have to recap. Just tell me your perspective.
We're recapping. So,
no, we're wasting time.
So what Ira's argument that he doesn't want me to discuss is their tiebreak record. That Roger Federer has a better winning record in tiebreaker.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, he doesn't?
No.
Okay,
it's
what we're talking
even.
about is tiebreakers. And his argument was that Roger Federer is better in a tiebreaker. But my argument is that who cares? I think it's more impressive to have a dominant performance.
That's being better physically and more skilled. That's not showing mental fortitude.
I think it shows mental fortitude, because it means that you have to show up on the crucial points and that you are not going to just allow a hold kind of scenario all the way to a tiebreaker.
Okay.
You have to on a break point so that you're going to come through and convert on the big points.
What crucial point have you ever faced when you're up 5-0 or 5-1? How is any point in a 5-0 crucial?
How many people have lost a match at 5-1?
Less people that have lost a match being in a tiebreaker. I can guarantee you that.
It takes mental toughness to have such a dominant performance.
No, in a tie.
On top of that, Roger Federer has not won in the clutch against Novak Djokovic since 2012.
That's not true. He's beaten him in finals.
In finals of tournaments, but
finals.
Not Grand Slams.
They're finals.
Not Grand Slams or the Masters tournament.
He beat him in the Masters tournament
not the Masters, the finals at the end of year finals.
But he beat him in that tournament. But anyway, that's not the case. My thing is...
But Djokovic won in the final round.
Okay, so my argument is, again, it takes much more mental fortitude. Never have you walked off a court at playing a person and beating them 6-2, 6-2 and been like, wow, I was really mentally tough today. Versus if you were to come off and had to grind through adversity, maybe you're not playing your best tennis that day. That's when mental fortitude is needed. Not when you're coasting to a victory at 6-1, 6-1. Not when you're coasting to a victory at 6-2, 6-2, because those are the points that you can take off every once in a while. Showing mental fortitude doesn't mean you beat somebody 6-0. It means when the rubber hits the road, when it's grind time, when it's 5-all in the third set, that's when mental fortitude comes out.
But that's the beauty of tennis, is that, and you should know better than anyone as a tennis pro, that in tennis, our scoring system is so subjective. You can have a match that's 0-0 that lasted an hour and a half. You can have,
What's your point?
My point is that it still takes mental toughness, even if it didn't go to a tiebreaker, even if it's 2-2, 3-3, 4-4, 3-4, it still requires mental toughness.
So if you had a student that won 6-2, 6-2 versus a kid that won 7-5, 7-6, you would say that the kid that won 6-2, 6-2 showed more mental toughness and more mental fortitude than the kid that had to grind it out in facing adversity, being 1 or 2 points away from losing the match?
I think it's completely subjective, and I wouldn't be able to make a call just off of knowing this little amount of information.
Time's up. Kirby lost the argument. I'm up 2-0 today.
Way.
Let us know what you think. Who is the more mentally tough player? It's going to be very interesting to see the responses to this question, and we have many more. Congratulations on finishing your second debate, albeit behind. But thanks for watching. You can check out this and many more on our YouTube channel. We have free instructional videos. You can check us out on Facebook at Essential Tennis on Twitter. We do live Periscope broadcasts, which are a really cool format where you can jump in live with us and leave comments and give us hearts and share it and with all your friends and tennis buddies. But thanks, Kirby. This has been, again, very exciting and intense.
Thanks you, Ira.
Thanks for tuning in, and good luck with your tennis.
For hundreds of free digital tennis lessons, head over to EssentialTennis.com right now. More wins and more fun on the court is right around the corner. You'll even get a free gift just for stopping by. Simply click the link at the top of any page.